Ecology, Episode 1 The Basics. Hey everyone, today's episode is the start of a new series I'm going to be working on that's going to cover biology, entomology, ornithology, everything. It's ecology, the study of ecosystems and how communities interact. Before we dive in, I want to begin with a simple question, a thought experiment. Cats, mice, bees, and clover are all part of a typical farmland ecosystem. My question is, do you think the cats have any effect on the clover? Alright, time's up. Now, believe it or not, the cats do have a direct impact on the clover. Think about it. The mice eat the bees, and the bees pollinate the clover and help it spread. So, by eating the mice, the cats are eliminating competition for the clover and allowing it to spread further. This type of interaction is called a trophic cascade, where the predator, the cat, indirectly benefits a species two or more levels down the food chain, even though the cat doesn't interact with the clover directly. Okay, so to really understand ecology, we've got to talk about how nature is organized. It's not just one big mess of animals running around. There's structure, and ecologists break it down into six main levels. First up is the organism. That's just one individual living thing. A single fox, one tree, or one mushroom. Simple. Next, we zoom out to the population. That's a group of the same species living in the same area. So a whole pack of foxes in one forest, that's a fox population. Now let's add in some neighbors. A community is all the living things in one area. So foxes, rabbits, birds, plants, insects, fungi. If it's alive and in the area, it's part of the community. An ecosystem is where things get really interesting. Now we're talking about the living things and the non living stuff, like soil, sunlight, water, and temperature. The community and the environment, that's an ecosystem. Think of a desert, a rainforest, or a coral reef. They're all ecosystems with their own rules. Zoom out again. A biome is a big region with the same climate, same types of plants and animals, like tundra, desert, grassland, or rainforest. Different continents can have the same biome if the conditions match. And finally, the biosphere. That's Earth's entire living layer. All the ecosystems, all the life, everywhere. Basically, if it's alive and on this planet, it's part of the biosphere. And here's a quick vocabulary review. These are some words you might encounter in discussions about ecology. Biotic means living things, like plants, animals, or fungi. And abiotic means non-living things, like sunlight, water, and soil. Both are important and shape every ecosystem. Now the video is almost over, but quickly let's preview some key types of species interactions. These will come back in future episodes. First off is predation. One organism eats another. Now, when most people hear predation, they think of carnivores, like lions eating gazelles or hawks eating mice. But technically, herbivores are predators too. After all, they eat plants, which are organisms. Next, there's competition, which is two species fighting for the same resource, or sometimes two organisms from the same species, like trees competing for sunlight as they grow. Next up, there's mutualism. Both species benefit in a symbiotic relationship, like pollination. Bees get nectar, flowers get their seed spread. Next, there's parasitism. One benefits, the other is harmed, like fleas on a dog or ticks on a human. And finally, there's commensalism. One benefits, the other isn't really affected, like a bird nesting in a tree. So, this is all good and fine, but why does any of this actually matter? Well, it matters because ecology connects everything. It explains why pollinators are vital for our agriculture systems, why invasive species wreck ecosystems and hurt farmers, why climate change isn't just about temperature, it's about life. Whether it's forests, oceans, or your own backyard, ecology shows us the invisible threads that hold the living world together. And if we want to protect the planet, we need to understand how it works.